Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. Just want to have a quick conversation about Dak Prescott. Obviously, been a lot of talk about his play. Very poor play this past Sunday in Carolina. Very poor play of the Dallas Cowboys to lose, not just to lose, but to score 8 points on the road at Carolina. Very embarrassing fashion in a lot of regards. One of the things you have to do as a man, and as I get older, I realize this all the time. You have to admit when you're wrong, and I'm going to start the video off right there. I forwarded a lot of blame towards the wide receivers. I blame Dak Prescott. I blame the whole offense, but I had made the separation comment, and I did see some lazy routes and whatnot from some guys. But overall, shout out to Okoye Media for the film breakdown he did this week. The Scott Linehan is not guilty video. I'll post a link to his YouTube channel as well. He did a full, coach's tape breakdown of the wide receivers and guys, the offense working, essentially, and the quarterback not executing. I knew Dak had a bad game, didn't know it was that bad. And one of the things I love to do, as you guys all know, is recording live emotional interactions with you guys after these games, win or lose. I think it's healthy for me to get it out there. That's the whole reason why I started this channel, to react and whatnot. But the thing is, real time, I don't have access to the coach's tape and can't break everything down. That's what Monday through Friday is for, right? So as we get access to that and really take a deep dive and diagnose what happened in these games, we kind of see who the culprits are. And Dak Prescott is certainly the biggest one. It's not the coaches. It's, at this point, it's an evaluation period. And I said that coming out of last season. That is something I was correct about. This is an evaluation period. The reality is Dak Prescott has not been paid yet. He's still on a rookie salary. He was a 4th-round pick. We are paying Tony Romo. I'll get to him in a second. They have to really figure out what the plan is going to be for him moving forward, because a lot of the issues I saw there weren't just accuracy issues. And Dak's never going to be a precision passer, accuracy guy, whether he's throwing from the pocket or on the run. That's just the reality of the situation. Neither was Donovan McNabb, who I think he's most similar to. But what they do need to get right is these confidence issues, which are leading me to him not pulling the trigger. I saw some bad eyes and bad feet. Now, his footwork hasn't always been the greatest since 2016, but he did pull the trigger. He only threw 4 picks, but he did take some shots. He kept the defense honest, because you can't produce what he did. People make the dink and Dak comments, but you can't produce what he did without taking some shots and being able to push the ball downfield a little bit, and as well as hitting your intermediate throws. Dak right now is not executing any of that. Now, I think the coaches try to do him some favors and moving to a little bit more spread concepts. I think we'll see a lot more of that against New York. Again, Carolina's defense is very good. You have to give them credit as well. But big picture here, we have to evaluate Dak Prescott. And what doesn't help us in that evaluation is bringing up Tony Romo every single time. What do I mean by that? A lot of people have come on this channel. I've seen it on Twitter, all over social media, to be frank with you. Tony Romo this, Tony Romo that. We should have gave Tony Romo his job back in 2016. Look, guys, we can go back and analyze any decision and live in hypotheticals, if you will. The bottom line is, I don't think the Cowboys made an incorrect decision. Here's why. Number one, Tony Romo at 36 years old had horrible health issues. Any Romo fan should be able to understand that. Awful health issues, whether it was his shoulder, whether it was his back, all these things. Him being a new father. I'm happy for Tony, quite frankly. I'm loving the fact that he's in the booth, that he's working for CBS, and being able to show the world his gift, his gift to analyze his football mind, his brain. He's now that is on full display to the rest of the world, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy that people can now appreciate him for who he is and not just hate on him because he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. It really bothers me that every time we try to go into analyzing Dak Prescott, we're bringing up somebody who hasn't been on the team in two years now. And not only that, but he gave a concession speech to Dak Prescott and in a way of passing the torch. Now, why would somebody do that if they weren't moving on? Why didn't he go play for another team? All these things. Like, if Tony Romo could still play football today, he would still be playing football. The last thing we want to see him is come out there and another double-A gap blitz and he gets blown up again. And now we're talking about long-term health issues. How does that relate to Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott, at the time, 11-game win streak, progressed. Excuse the dog, guys. My pups are all over the place. 11-game win streak. We go into the playoffs against Green Bay. He loses to Green Bay almost in an eerily similar fashion to Tony Romo in a lot of ways. One thing I saw Dak Prescott do in a playoff game is he actually completed a touchdown pass to Jason Witten. He completed a touchdown pass to Dez Bryant. Two things. You know how many career playoff touchdown passes Tony Romo has to Dez Bryant and Jason Witten? 0. And I'm not here to bash Tony Romo or to uplift Dak Prescott. That's not my goal here with this video. My goal is to bring some perspective and tell you guys to look at this objectively when evaluating our current quarterback. Tony Romo is not with this organization. He has nothing to do with this situation in time. The only thing I would bring up Romo about is not having him there on the sideline as an oracle for the quarterback. Because right now the quarterback room is light. You have Mike White, 5th round pick. You have Cooper Rush, 4th round pick. Dak was a 4th round pick. Cooper Rush, undrafted. That's your quarterback room. There's no, even you look at Tampa Bay this past week, putting in Ryan Fitzpatrick, putting in some of these guys that had the ability to help their teams win and help their teams progress, in moments of crisis and when they're needed, and also to lend a helping hand in terms of their brain trust. I was watching the New York Jets football game the other day. The communication that I'm already seeing with Sam Darnold and Josh McCown, I miss that for Dak. And I think that's part of the problem. I think that's part of the reason why he's having trouble. There's a lot of pressure on him to process a lot of these things. And just having another oracle, somebody over there to help him with these things will be very fruitful for him. That's where I put a lot of heat on the Cowboys organization for not getting that done. If you haven't paid the guy, then as far as I'm concerned, if you're worried about, if we bring in a Sam Bradford or Josh McCown or Ryan Fitzpatrick and he beats him out, you haven't paid Dak Prescott. You don't owe him anything. Just like you don't owe Tony Romo anything. None of these guys. The goal is to win. But we're over here stuck in our fandom fantasizing over somebody who had over 10 years to get it done and won 2 playoff games. That's the reality of the situation. I love Tony. But this whole organization has had issues. It's bigger than Tony. It's bigger than Jason. Look at all the names, and I made a video about this before. Look at all the names of the players we've had. Some of these people are going to be Hall of Famers. DeMarcus Ware's going to be a Hall of Famer. Jason Witten's going to be a Hall of Famer. DeMarco Murray, Offensive Player of the Year. They didn't win anything with these guys. Heck, Tony almost lost. We almost lost to Detroit before we got to the Green Bay game in 2014. So, big picture here, let's take some time to evaluate Dak Prescott. If he's not the guy, he's not the guy. We haven't paid him. We're not committed to him long term. But if we get another young quarterback in here, whoever, that quarterback room needs to be stronger. There needs to be a better brain trust, and they need to help these guys in terms of their confidence in developing the position. You're seeing other teams around the league develop the position. Pat Mahomes, I'm watching him just as an example and a case study of this, coming out of the air raid offense in Texas Tech, a year sitting behind Alex Smith, learning. You now see the development that Andy Reid has done in the maturation process. Yes, he's only played 1 game. We'll see how it comes out. So far, so good. So we'll see with Dak. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Sunday night, New York Football Giants will be in town. Let's handle our business. Hopefully Dak Prescott is able to have his peaks and valleys. Hopefully, we're at a peak. So appreciate you guys as always. Thank you.